Hey everybody, Shep here. Today's April 2nd, and it is a beautiful spring day. Well, as you can see, I got the greenhouse finished this week. You saw in my last video update about it, I had gotten it to the point where pretty much I just had to put the plastic on it. And I got that done and got the door and window mounted and all that good stuff, and it's pretty much 100% done. So most of the views that these videos get are by people that's never seen my channel before, so I'm going to kind of try to explain a little bit of this. You guys that watch it all the time will know, but this is my cattle panel greenhouse that I built, and where it's sitting, there was a large red pine tree, and then a maple tree and another tree that were grown up in it, and it was just not a very pretty sight. So I cut that down and placed the greenhouse there. I've always had wanted a cattle panel greenhouse, and I came across a video a couple months ago by Mount Liberty Acres, and he had a video showing off his, and then he had a link where you could go on Etsy and buy the plans to build one yourself. So I really liked his design, so that's what I did. I want to say thank you again to him, because I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I just appreciate that he had some really nice plans that he made available for everybody if they want them. I'm sure he'll see this video, so like I said, thank you. If he comments on this, I'll pin his comment so everybody can find his channel, and then they can go from there if they're interested in this. But like I said, I'm really happy with it. The cattle panel is 12 feet long by 7 feet wide, and it's made out of cattle panels and wood and some 6mm greenhouse plastic. On this end, I have a window that has an automatic window opener. Now, this was something that I thought, this costs around $30–$35 to buy one of these, and I thought, I didn't know if it was something that was necessary, but I'm real happy I got it. It actually works really good. I've been surprised. On days like today where it's really sunny, it'll be open, and then like yesterday was cloudy, and the greenhouse doesn't get very much warmer. Well, really doesn't get any warmer than the outside if the sun's not shining. So once the greenhouse heats up on the inside, this thing opens, and depending on how hot it is, it opens varying degrees. So it's all the way open right now, and then tonight, once the sun goes down, she cools off, it'll close up. So it's pretty neat. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know, I've kind of got it set on the lowest setting, so it's fully adjustable. And I don't have a thermometer in the greenhouse yet. That's actually one of my plans is I'm going to get a thermometer, and then I'm also going to mount a rain gauge on the outside of the greenhouse, because I figure out here in the open it'd be a real good place to put a rain gauge. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll kind of be able to tweak the adjustments on it to how I want it set up. But the plans for this, if anybody's thinking about building it, the plans are super easy to understand. If you've built stuff before, you'd have no problem following the plans. And even if you haven't built stuff before, the plans are like a step-by-step thing. So they're very well done. He did a good job with that. There's a few minor differences between mine and him. Probably the biggest one that you would notice was I made my tables a little different. He used boards to make his table, and I used cattle panels. I cut down some for that. So got a door, and it is warm in the greenhouse today. Here in just a bit, I'm going to be seeding a whole bunch of stuff, so if you're interested in that, look for that on an upcoming video. This greenhouse is a lot bigger than I honestly need. I probably would have been fine building the 8-foot version, but I like all the extra space, and I like having plenty of room. So, and it probably uh, isn't terribly much more expensive just to build it 12 foot. So that's kind of what I did. Got my onions out here now. They're going to need watered soon. One thing I wasn't sure about, because the greenhouse is located about 150 feet from the house and the garden hose spigot. So my plan on watering, as of right now anyway, is I'm just going to use these big cat litter jugs. They're about 2.5 gallons. Fill them up and then fill my watering cans with them. If anybody's got a better idea for that, I would love to hear it. I've thought about putting maybe like a rain collection barrel or something like that, but I don't, kind of just started thinking about it. So if anybody's got a good idea for a watering system on a greenhouse that's not super close to your house, I would love to hear that. As far as the floor goes, obviously it's just the ground now, and I was debating between gravel and mulch, but I believe I'm going to go with mulch. A couple reasons. One, it'd be super easy to work with and put in here, and I'm going to have to be buying some mulch anyway to do some flower beds around my house that I'm putting in, so I'll be buying mulch anyway. And there's a local place around here where you can buy bulk mulch and truckloads and stuff that's really affordable. So I'll wait, and whatever color I end up getting for the house, I'll just get extra and do this. It'll probably take quite a bit, but I think that's the route I'm gonna go, since I gotta mess with mulch anyway. And I've got a whole bunch of pallets, and I think I'm gonna cut a couple to fit under these tables here that I can set all my stuff on, because I brought all of my trays and stuff like that I use. And then I have my potting soil in that tote over there, and I picked up another bag today because I'm gonna be needing some more. But yeah, I'm just really happy to have this greenhouse. It is something I've wanted for a long time, and I'm glad I finally got it. I just got a couple pieces of some scrap boards up here to make a solid table, but this cattle panel table, I used to work at a greenhouse about 10 years ago, and the tables in our greenhouse there were actually built just like this. And then some of them, they had this with chicken wire over it, which is better for small stuff. But for these trays, this is absolutely perfect, which is what I'm going to be using. And if I want anything else, I've got scrap wood that I can make a place to set stuff on. But that's pretty much the tour of the greenhouse. There's plenty, for me anyway, there's plenty of headroom. To this, I think he says that it's 6'3" of headspace, which is probably to this up here. This is probably less than that. There's probably a little bit more than 6 foot, but I'm 5'9", and I have no problem walking through the door. Don't have to duck or anything. My dad's 5'11", and he can walk through it just fine. So probably if you're taller than 6 foot, you might want to think about making the door a little bit different or taller or something. But I'm just real happy with how this has turned out, and I hope everybody likes seeing my greenhouse as much as I like showing it off. Like I said, this is something that I've wanted for a long time. Cost wise, I had to buy everything. I didn't have anything. I bought all new lumber, and I did have some generous neighbors that had given me some cattle panels, but after looking at them, the cattle panels were kind of broken. So they work perfect for cutting them down for my tables, but I was only actually able to use this one here in the center, and I still had to cut a little bit off and to make it fit anyway. But so I had to buy 2 cattle panels. So really, that cattle panel there was the only thing in this that I did not buy. And right now I'm around $500 into it. So if that obviously depending on where you live and, you know, price of lumber, depending on when you build this, because price of lumber changes a lot. That's kind of what you can expect, probably to be the bare minimum anyway, unless you happen to have access to lumber and stuff like that cheaper. But yeah, so, well, I appreciate everybody watching. I'm gonna get to potting me some, seeding some more vegetables and stuff, which I'll show off in a video. If that'll be coming out in a couple of days if anybody's interested in that. Other than that, thanks for watching and checking out my greenhouse. Everybody have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later.